Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new review. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing Gravity Falls Season 2, Episode 13, which is called Dungeons, and More Dungeons. So I'm looking forward to today's video. Um, so yeah, let's just get right into the video. Alright, Synopsis: Everyone has a lazy Tuesday. Sand comments on the unweltfulness which draws Ford's attention. Oh, sorry, uneventfulness. I was like, I don't recognize that word. Which draws Ford's attention. He wrestles a green octopus creature called the Cycloptopus to Dipper's delight and Mabel's disgust. Ford takes care of the creature, and Dipper asks him to spend time with him in the basement. Ford refuses, claiming his work is too dangerous, disappointing Dipper. Meanwhile, disappointing Dipper. Meanwhile, Mabel is excited about the airing of the season finale of Duck Detective on Friday. Yeah, imagine if that was a real show. I know they have like a similar one with sheep. I think it was like called the Sheep Detectives. Yeah, I started it, but I kind of fell asleep watching it. I watched it with my grandma, and it was pretty goodish. But I never got to see the end of it, so probably only got like half an hour in, I'd say, maybe less. And then I fell asleep. And anyway, enough about that. Um, Mabel, preparing for Duck Detective, is introduced to Dipper's favorite board game, Dungeons, and More Dungeons. She's drawn to the unicorn and hot elf on the box, but soon becomes bored when Dipper explains the tedious, I don't know what that means, pen and paper gameplay. Seuss joins them, but dislikes paper games and instead participates in FCL or RP, I don't know what that means, with Toby determined, Deputy Derlin, and Sheriff Blubs, dressing up and role-playing. Stan and Mabel mock the game's dirtiness and antiquated language, angering Dipper, who leaves the room. Dipper tries to play with Gompers, but the goat chews on the 38-sided die. Dipper wrestles it out, but it lands on under the porch. He goes to get it, but the ground gives way, and he falls into the basement, freeing the Cycloptopus. Ford berates Dipper, but stops when he sees the die. Ford reveals he used to love playing Dungeons, and More Dungeons. And they start playing together. Dipper asks Ford about his basement project and the curtain behind them. Ford ignores Dipper's questions, but shows him an infinity-sided die that can do anything depending on its role. That night, Dipper lies awake, brainstorming strategies to beat Ford. Mabel comments on Dipper's frequent interactions with Ford, and Dipper appreciates Ford's non-judgmental nature. Mabel ponders Dipper's words. By the next day, Dipper and Ford's Dungeons, and More Dungeons game has taken over the basement, spilling into the TV room and disrupting Stan, Mabel, and Grenda's detective episode. Their argument over the room escalates, ending when Stan grabs Ford's dice pouch, causing the dice to tumble and the infinity-sided die to zap the box. From the box, a wizard named Problitter the Annoying, an ogre, a hot elf, and a griffin appear in Dimension 46. Problitter captures Dipper and Ford to feast on their brains. Stan, Mabel, and Grenda embark on a quest to rescue them, equipping weapons. Deep in the forest, Problitter ties Dipper and Ford to a tree and commands the hot elf to cook their brains in a brain-cooking pot. Meanwhile, Stan, Mabel, and Grenda defeat Problittter's guard and find Dipper and Ford as Problitter gives them a math problem. To challenge them, Problitter challenges Stan, Mabel, and Grenda to a match of Dungeons, and More Dungeons, Real Life Edition, on a holographic battlefield. Stan, Mabel, and Grenda control Dipper and Ford, miniaturized and outfitted in fantasy clothes, while Problitter controls his minions. Problitter attacks Dipper and Ford with his ogre minions, but Stan and Mabel, confused about the game, realize they excel at it. They devise cool weapons for Dipper and Ford, defeating Problitter's minions. However, Problitter reveals he's playing the controversial 1991 to 1992 edition and summons the Impossible Beast, which can only be defeated with the 38. Stan rolls the die and gets the 38, defeating the Impossible Beast and winning. After the game, the characters in Battlefield vanish. It's later revealed that Stan cheated by rigging the die with bubblegum. Stan apologizes to Dipper for mocking Dungeons, and More Dungeons, and assures him he won't stop him from playing with Ford. They watch the second airing of the Duck Detective episode, where it's revealed that Duck Detective was mortally wounded by his twin brother. No one's surprised. Ford takes the Dipper to the basement, locks infinity-sided die in a glass cabinet, and shows him the wreckage of the universe portal behind the curtain. Ford has dismantled the portal, revealing his anger at Stan for reactivating it. The unstable machine created an interdimensional rift, posing a dangerous threat. Despite acknowledging Stan's necessity to bring him back, Ford acknowledges the rift's instability and the possibility of its escape. He asks Dipper not to tell anyone, including Stan or Mabel, and seals the rift in a sliding cabinet. As the credits roll, Seuss plays FCLRP, still don't know what that stands for, when Derlin realizes their stunted development and escapes through role-playing. Beloved prevents Derlin from speaking, reminding him of his role as a fortress. Toby is carried off by Griffin, and everyone is too lazy to rescue him. So yeah, that was season 2, episode 13. We're getting almost to the end of the series. We're almost over halfway done. We're over halfway done. We're almost done. We have I'd say maybe 7 more episodes? Yeah, we're almost there. We're getting pretty close. And let me tell you, the last 3 episodes are pretty intense, but I won't spoil them for those of you who haven't watched Gravity Falls, but I'm pretty sure most of you have, because it's a pretty popular show. I mean, you probably have, but I don't know. It's a really good show. So what I thought of this episode, it wasn't my favorite episode. I'd give it maybe a 3.5 out of 5, or at most a 4. It wasn't too great. Maybe I'd give it a 3. It was pretty alright in my opinion. It was definitely one of the not so great episodes. But yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode, which is called, just a second here, it's called The Stanturian Candidate. I'll see you guys next time for that one. Bye.